Welcome back to my channel. Today I have kind of a little bit of a different video. I wanted to do like a sit down kind of commentary on an aesthetic that I really love and kind of like dive into why it's popular, why we love it, why I love it. So I've typed up a little essay, for the lack of a better word. I just like had so many thoughts and opinions about this aesthetic that I did a little type up, and yeah, I'm just gonna like read it and go through it and kind of add some commentary and put pictures on the screen, and hopefully you enjoy. So today we're talking about old money, the old money aesthetic. I'm going to focus on mostly clothing, style, fashion, but there are elements of even like the kind of like drinks you should order, the kind of food that you're eating, where you live, Maine, the Hamptons. There's a lot of that pulled into this aesthetic as well, but I'm just focusing on more of the style aspect because that is what I'm just really intrigued by. And also, when I say old money, I really want to make the distinction of that I love the old money style and aesthetic, and not old money as like a concept. There's a lot of nuance and criticisms about old money, trust fund babies, and the privilege of having like such profound generational wealth. I don't think that people should be allowed to be billionaires. Like, I just want to make my stance on this very clear. This isn't me saying I love old money and I think you should be able to just hoard gobs of wealth. This is just from a style perspective. I love the aesthetic, just kind of like the classiness and timeless fashion that we see from this aesthetic, and it's just been coined the old money aesthetic. That is my little disclaimer. Don't love billionaires, just love this kind of style. So this is more of a appreciation for the style, okay? Thank you. So before we delve into the style, I think it's just important to like, what is old money? Like, let's just define it real quick. And an article by Timothy Moore, he writes, old money refers to people who have inherited significant generational wealth. Their families have been wealthy for several generations. So this is really like an elite class. We're thinking like the Kennedys, the Rockefellers, the Vanderbilts, like any name like that, you just know that they're rich. Like, you hear Rockefeller and you know that that's like ridiculous money. And my like top two kind of like muses from ridiculously rich families would be Princess Diana, obviously, and then Carolyn Bessette Kennedy. If you know, you know. The style is so good. I mean, I think the reason why we've become so obsessed with it in the recent months, because old money really portrays this ideal lifestyle, and we are in a time of financial hardship. People are struggling. Jobs for normal people just aren't paying what they should be. I mean, I live in New York City. I make $17 an hour. I'm broke. Like, I don't make money, right? People are struggling. And this old money really represents like this ideal lifestyle. Living as a Nepo trust fund baby who doesn't have to work, yet has access to unlimited wealth. Spending summer in the Hamptons, sipping Negronis and champagne in the heart of the Italian countryside. Gallivanting through the Upper East Side of New York City, just like shopping designer while never touching foot in the subway. It just really represents this unattainable, sophisticated glamour that the average American has never experienced and probably will never experience. And my God, wouldn't we all love to quit our low-paying jobs to live just like this constant life of leisure? I think that is what the old money aesthetic really portrays when we're talking about like encompassing everything, like the style and the lifestyle, the trips, the whatever. It's just this like constant state of leisure, playing tennis, like doing your Pilates whenever you want, but then having like a private chef and you never have to clean a dish. It's just literally from sunrise to sundown enjoyment. The average person works all year to enjoy 2 weeks of the year, right? We work so hard to enjoy so little. And to see this kind of like crazy society where you enjoy every second of your day and you don't have to worry about the financials because it's just been built up for you on the back end so much that your money just makes you money and you can just relax. That's the ultimate goal. That's the right, like that's the dream, and that's why we're obsessed with it, I think. And though most people won't ever reach that level of social class, there is one way that we can achieve like a small sliver of the old money lifestyle, and that is the clothing. So I want to take it back to like 2013, 2012, 2016, like that kind of era, the 2010s when the influencer really rose to popularity. We had seen internet personalities start making money and start making a lot of money, gobs of money. So once we started seeing seeing the average day person, these influencers, these content creators become millionaires, they started to make really, really good money. And then we also saw like the rise of designer fashion being pushed in social media. Before, we had only really seen like designer items in like tabloids. And even that, it was very logo forward, trend forward, flashy, tacky, just like logos plastered everywhere. Isn't there that rumor that one designer sent Snooki a different design, like a competitor designer's bags, because they knew she would wear them and it would make the brand seem tacky? I need to, hold on. So I just did a quick Google because I had to like get this story straight. So Louis Vuitton used to send Snooki Gucci bags in order to make their competitor look cheap and tacky, therefore making Louis Vuitton look more luxurious and elite. And that was a quote from Sebastian, I guess a TikTok creator. And that's what's so interesting to me. Even back then, there was this fight because new money is seen as like tacky, and old money, you're getting like that very quiet luxury. That's like the buzzword right now, like quiet luxury. Like it's an Hermes bag, but there's no logo, right? It's a $20,000 bag, but you would literally have no idea. Whereas the new money is Snooki dolled out in Gucci, head to toe logos on the tracksuit, and it's like Gucci, 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 you know? That is more of like a new money aesthetic that I don't think stands the test of time. So influencers were posting with big logo bags, Gucci slides, tracksuits, expensive cars even that are really flashy, these mansions with just ridiculous interiors, I guess is the best way to put it. And bottom line, new money style is kind of tacky. In my opinion, it's tacky. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't know what happens to people's like bird brains. Like when they get money, they're like shiny. They just like envelope themselves in these really loud, tacky items. Oh my God, that is a Gucci sweatshirt, but it looks absolutely so ugly. Why did you buy that? Only for the logo? I think we really got like burned out by so much of this like new money aesthetic that we really were like craving something timeless and kind of classy. A couple years ago in the summer and fall of 2021, the old money aesthetic kind of started buzzing online on TikTok. And in 2021, it was more focused on dark academia. It was more of a kitschy niche. It was more stylized, I guess. Instead of those classic silhouettes that we're seeing right now, it was more, I don't know, just played up. Felt a little more costumey. True old money is really having a renaissance this spring and summer. And I kind of sat down, thought about when was this aesthetic popular in the past? Like, is this the first time we're seeing it? Like, surely we've seen it before. The trend cycle is about 10 years. I found kind of an interesting crossover. So the last time that old money really had an effect on the average consumer was actually when Gossip Girl was on TV from 2007 to 2012. I never watched Gossip Girl, but from what I understand, it was really the pinnacle of the old money aesthetic. The characters are living kind of like this posh life with like an emphasis on a more preppy style. And what I found interesting was that the Gossip Girl era was also when the last recession in the US began. And now there's talk of 2023 potentially headed to a recession as well. This was very interesting because when Americans are going through financial hardship, we see this aesthetic start to boom again. Like the ballet flat trends, tailored trousers, investment pieces, like blazers, these all kind of hit the racks at a local mall. The mall is such a telltale of what's actually trending. That is where the average person, the average consumer, the average American, I know I'm using that word a lot. I live in New York City, so we are not like the average person, right? Styles here are more emphasized. They're more, not sophisticated, but just more like fashion forward, I guess. Whereas you drop me in the middle of my small town in Wisconsin, the fashion there is not good. It's not good. And so what's in the malls is really like a sign of the times. If you head to, you know, Appleton, Wisconsin, Fox Valley Mall, that is really where you're gonna see what people are actually buying. Not the TikTok trends, not the New York City Soho fashion scene. The heart of America, the heart of America's Dairyland is where you're gonna find what's actually trending. And we've really come off such a huge Y2K revival. And I think that was because the pandemic was just the absolute worst for everyone. No one had a fun time. And so people were really stifled in their fashion because we were just at home. We were just like lounging and being comfy. And so when the pandemic started to lift and people could actually go do stuff, I think people kind of went a little crazy and they were like, I need an outfit. I need a going out outfit. I need a new shirt for every place I go. I'm gonna go on vacation. I'm gonna order like Shein hauls for every single day. I'm gonna have an outfit change. Overconsumption was crazy rampant last year. Middle 2021 through 2022, Y2K was booming because those pieces are fun, right? They're glittery, they're butterfly clips, maximalist. Even maximalist fashion last year had like a really huge moment. And I think that's because people were just so sad for so long that we really really just felt like we needed color in our wardrobes to make us happy, which is all valid, but they don't really stand the test of time unless that is like your core aesthetic. Like I know some people who dress like it's 2005 and it looks amazing and they really love that aesthetic and that's like their whole personality. But for someone like me, obviously that's not my aesthetic. I do follow a more classic, timeless, feminine look, I guess. And so if I were to go out and buy a bunch of Y2K pieces on me, they would just end up in like a landfill in a couple of months. I wouldn't wear them, I'd donate them, I'd sell them, whatever. So I think for some people Y2K is cool, or even, you know, different aesthetics, but most people aren't going to wear those kind of pieces day to day. For like normal people with like normal style don't have the longevity that an old money aesthetic does. And also trends like Y2K fashion, bright colors, neons, over the top prints, and maximalist dressing are easier to partake in when people have more disposable income. When budgets become more strained, spending money on like a tan wool blazer is a lot more practical than buying a neon pink cropped blazer with sequences and butterflies sewn into it. Investment pieces become what people turn to because they're reliable, timeless, and just kind of like effortlessly chic. It's kind of like, why waste your money on something new and trendy when you know that the basics will always look good? So basically, I just love the idea of people buying high quality basics and timeless pieces. I think there's, you know, been a conversation in like the thrifting fashion space, slow fashion, about how ridiculous the trend cycle is and how TikTok has really perpetuated this need to have something new for every occasion. The trends, you have to fit into the trends. There's like a new core, Barbie core, cottage core, whatever. There's a new core coming out every month, new trends. It's just extremely overwhelming. It makes it so that something that is like this super hot item that you really, really want, it's such a coveted piece, like the House of Sunny. Is it the House of Sunny dress? Is that the one I'm thinking about? The green one with the swirls? But then once you get it in the mail, 3 weeks later, it's already out and considered like chuggy and tacky. So you have 2 weeks to wear a trend before it's outdated and people will make fun of you. And that dress was expensive too. Like I remember seeing TikToks of people that had saved up for the dress because they loved it so much and they saved up their money and then they bought it and were so excited and people were like, cannot believe you're still wearing that. And it hadn't even been a full year. That's insane. But with pieces like mariner sweaters, leather loafers, a white collared shirt, crisp linen pants, they really stand the test of time. Even with this top that I'm wearing right now, I got this almost 6 years ago and it's still gorgeous. It's a timeless cut. The off the shoulder gingham is a timeless pattern, black and white. I'm gonna have this probably my whole life. Still looks really cute. With these more classic styles and classic silhouettes, you could wear them today, you could wear them in 2003, you could wear them 40 years from now, and I think they're still going to look good. There are some outfits that you can only tell are from the 1960s or like the 2010s based on camera quality. The outfits themselves still look really nice and they don't look dated at all. They don't look tacky. They don't look too of the time. And the cool thing is that when you have a wardrobe full of these, you know, really timeless pieces, good pair of denim, a white t-shirt, a crisp collared shirt, navy blue sweater, you're always going to be able to build a base. You're always going to be able to put together an outfit and then accessorize with the more trendy pieces. The old money aesthetic really cuts out wasteful and unnecessary spending on trendy pieces that you'll only wear a handful of times. I also think this is an aesthetic that is really easy to recreate without buying a lot or anything at all. Like off the top of my head, if I said buy 5 pieces to really achieve this old money lifestyle, a pair of denim that isn't too baggy or too skinny, I know that's hard, but just a pair of nice cut denim or even wide leg denim, but a wide leg that still hugs the hips. Do you know what I mean? Like it's still gonna give you a shape. It's not baggy overall, it's just more of a wide leg. So a good pair of denim and like a more timeless cut, a collared shirt, maybe blue and white stripes, a white button up, a pair of loafers, and a navy blue sweater. All of those, you could buy 5 things and totally transform your look, totally transform your style into something really like sophisticated. I just think these essential pieces of clothing kind of get looked over as being like boring, and they're really just like the building blocks for that old money style. I think at the end of the day, no matter what's trending, no matter what's trendy, what's coveted at the moment, we always loop back around to the basics of old money style. I just, yeah, I don't know, I really love it. Like I said, I love a more timeless, you know, kind of sophisticated feminine style. I love the pearls and the gingham and the boat shoes and stripes. I love kind of the idea behind getting dressed too. I feel like the old money style really, how am I trying to say this? The energy, I guess, guess, that it gives off around clothing. What I mean by that is getting dressed to go run errands, being put together to go shopping, to go out to brunch or whatever, but like always matching the vibe instead of always being in leggings and a t-shirt. And listen, I'm not up on my high horse. I wear leggings and a t-shirt everywhere. Like when it's hot out, I cannot be bothered. That's not me like shaming, because I've worn some questionable outfits when things just need to get done. But there is something charming about, you know, just being polished and being ready and taking time to feel good about yourself. I guess that's really what it boils down to. Like, even if I'm going to run errands, but I just put on, instead of a t-shirt and leggings, I put on a pair of linen pants, literally what I'm wearing right now, super comfortable. They literally feel like pajamas. I'm putting on a pair of linen pants and then like a striped button up and my daily jewelry and just slicking back my hair into a ponytail. I'm gonna feel so much better. I'm gonna have so much confidence than if I put on like a t-shirt and leggings. And like I said, I do both, but there's just something very nice about this aesthetic that it kind of allows you to be overdressed. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to like ramble a little bit about the old money aesthetic, about why I personally think it's great. It's getting like a lot of flack, and I understand why, because like I said, there's nuance to this conversation of loving, separate the art from the artist. Separate the billionaires from the style. Like, I don't love the mindset culture of hoarding wealth that the old money aesthetic gives, but I love just the style and the timelessness, and I love the 90s fashion that is like, you know, the Princess Diana 90s fashion, not the Y2K kind of fashion. I love just like that old school timeless look. So I just needed to like talk about it for a little bit and talk about why I think it's a great trend and why maybe you should like incorporate it into your wardrobe. But yeah, let me know down below if you like this aesthetic. If there's other aesthetics that you want me to cover. I have very strong feelings about a lot of cores or aesthetics that are out right now. The TikTok fashion space is the bane of my existence because they just promote constant need to reimagine yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.